Kenobi! It does hurt.
Yeah.
Hey, we're watching.
Hey guys, I'm Nick. We're watching Kenobi. We're nothing of note. Yeah, thank you. You should.
Hey, we're really excited. We're so excited.
Yes.
We missed last week.
I
Sadly.
know. I have somehow avoided spoilers though.
Same. I just
For
stayed off the
once,
internet,
like
to be honest with
for
you.
once, I've cause even day of spoilers I get sometimes, but this time I was able to avoid it. So
Me and my roommate had one of our buddies over for dinner, and he came over. And he's like, "Have you watched Kenobi?" And I was like, I just like, put my- I was like, "Shut your mouth."
I was like
You don't
preemptively
say
like
anything.
I was like at the gas station and the cashier was there and I was like, I haven't watched Kenobi. All right, you can talk now. Like I was like
Awesome.
preemptively like telling people, hey, nope, don't talk about Kenobi.
That's
And they're
awesome.
like, what?
You just walk into restaurants like, "Attention! I have not watched Kenobi, so shut up."
But I felt it felt like I went to great lengths, but it was worth it.
I mean,
so,
you didn't get spoilers, so
Yeah.
it worked.
Yeah.
Hey, really cool seeing Leia. Wasn't
yeah,
expecting it.
no,
I think the actress is doing a great job portraying young Leia. Freaking Skywalkers drive me crazy.
which is great.
We
It's
love
perfect.
it. It's perfect. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
I'm ready to see what happened with the Grand Inquisitor.
Yes.
Because that is definitely a not plot hole, but it's just like, okay, why does this make sense? Because you have to fix it now. Like I'm putting that on the show.
Oh yeah.
If
yeah.
they don't fix
yeah,
it,
that'll be
then
really
it'll be
frustrating.
very frustrating. But I'm okay with it as long as like there's a reason for it. It just feels like a weird decision with the writing.
Like
know?
you said, it's not if they bring in like that same race.
Yeah.
If they bring in Lucius Malfoy, then
Right.
it's the best decision ever.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I don't know. I'm just like. Also, the Palins have two stomachs, so they could theoretically survive on one stomach. Which I did hear.
Half a cow.
I did. I was talking to someone, and they said that they heard a theory that like because he doesn't have one of his stomachs in Rebels, he gets a lot skinnier. So like the whole like him being too round and stuff is because he has two stomachs.
That's ridiculous.
Which would be hilarious.
That would be awesome.
But yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
I mean,
we'll see.
Something they have to do something to make Rebels make sense,
Yes.
and we'll just have to see what.
Other
happens.
than that instance, which doesn't necessarily make me not excited, but before that happened, I was 100% excited for the trajectory of the show.
Yeah,
And I still am with that, just as long as they.
It just
well.
kind of pulled away from last episode,
And yeah, that was the thing.
and that
too.
was
it just
disappointing. But
I could see as a writer being like thinking, "Oh, this is gonna be like if," and this is all speculation, but if they take that and they do like either do the two stomach thing or they replace him or whatever that may be, I could see the writer and being like, "Oh, that's perfect." But it's like you were right in that instance. It really, we both went like head cocked, boom, took us out of the moment. And that
and
sucks.
like it's almost like I was punished in my experience for being a hardcore fan that knows Rebels.
Yeah.
Versus being like rewarded for knowing these things.
Right. It's like if you're the
but-
writer, you see that happen, and you see all these reaction videos, and you're just like,
You're like, oh man. Oops.
I don't think they're gonna invite me back. No, I'm just kidding. Whoever wrote this show, you're
Yeah, no, I've enjoyed the rest of it. It's
Yeah.
just that part felt a little weird, but
yeah, I agree.
yeah.
But other than that, aside from the trajectory,
Yeah.
I'm ready to watch.
let's get
some
into it.
kind
We've waited long
of-
enough. Let's go.
I'm not doing it again. My throat still hurts.
Let's go.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you think at one point he was able to communicate with him?
No. Oh man, he looks
Wow.
so rough.
No arms. Oh gosh, it's so awesome.
Man.
Don't make me kill you. I do not fear the dark side. I seek through the lies of the Jedi. Help me, Master.
Oh, it looks so good.
Insane.
Anakin Skywalker is alive.
So true.
That's It's weird. It's one piece instead of the
Yeah.
Piece of you for a long time.
Oh snap! I did
it
not think we
looks
were
so
gonna get this right
good.
away. We're just getting straight up C. Oh gosh.
Oh, on his castle.
Yep.
He set up his castle there because it fuels his hate.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, dude.
Prove yourself, and the position of Grand Inquisitor is yours.
Is he fixing Lola?
Oh.
Have you ever been afraid of the dark? How does it feel when you turn on the light? Yes, it feels like that.
What a great.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so
He doesn't
Reva
even
was
know.
definitely like, Obi-Wan killed the Grand Inquisitor.
Oh, yeah. and literally Darth Vader was like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah, why would he care about that?
Yeah.
Where are we? This looks cool. Like a mesa.
Yeah.
Why would he lie?
People are not all good, Leia.
Wow, that was aggressive.
Yeah, it was. But I mean, he's got
Someone was
baggage.
like this, yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, the Inquisitor's keep or
Yep.
whatever.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, I forget what. Fortress Inquisitorius or something like that.
I feel like that's only Inquisitors allowed to go through there.
That's what that means there.
I will get what I deserve. Third sister.
Yes, you will.
And so will you.
Good line. Took it from me.
I hope so.
Oh. Good dialogue right there.
You good?
Yeah, that was just really good. I love this show, man. This episode's great. There's been some great lines.
I knew it. I never should have trusted him.
We don't know if maybe.
No one is coming here, Leia.
Wow. Freck seems so nice. I don't want him to betray them.
Good people now, Paul. They pay their way, listen to the Empire.
Absolutely. We love the Empire.
Nice to meet like-minded folk. Nothing wrong with a little order, right?
He brought me here to see the place where he met my mother. Where
She's not with us anymore. It's been a very difficult time.
Do you have any information about a Jedi?
I would know one if I saw one.
Haven't heard anything.
nothing. Are you sure he's even on this planet?
They know what they're doing, Leia.
Call her Leia.
Of course, he's the one that
I
messed
thought her name was Lumba.
That was her mother's name.
Oh,
I get confused. Like I said, it's not been easy.
dang. Good save.
Sometimes when I look at Luma, I see her mother's face.
I mean, that's not true. I mean, that's not a lot.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
miss her very much.
Oh. My heart.
Well,
What?
You knew her. I remember.
She's so perceptive.
Are you my real father?
I wish I could say I was. But no, I'm not. The Jedi were taken from our families when we were very young.
Did you say Jedi?
Little glimpses.
Right? Wow.
I remember a baby.
A baby?
Yes, I think I had a brother.
Oh.
Only I remembered him. Then
Was he
I
a
joined
twin?
the Jedi, and I
Are
got
they setting up a way for them to use his actor more?
Rack? Rack? We get off here?
Oh no.
It's a probe droid.
Wow.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh.
snap.
Oh! That was the most brutal stormtrooper death.
That was raw.
Let it go.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. I love how freaked out I'm getting, and I know they're gonna be okay, but like,
Classic. But that always works.
That's always works. Always works.
Except for whenever
Not
it
gonna take the car?
reinforces. Oh, there's an officer too.
You can take all of them so easily.
Yeah, but they're all pointed already.
I guess he's worried about Leia.
Put your head down.
Is that? No?
Oh! She does look very familiar.
She
I
looks
can't
really
remember
familiar.
what I know her from.
I thought she was one of the sand, the main sand
It's a
from
mining
Game of Thrones for a second, but she's not.
Mid-grid type.
I'll inform Lord Vader.
He's already been in that armor. He was most appreciative.
Mm,
Yes.
I love
want to
this.
take the credit, you go right ahead. But we both know we'll be standing by his side when this is over.
Oh,
Neither of you. We all know.
he's an officer.
Yeah. Or a fake officer.
I mean, I don't see how you'd be a fake officer for a long term. Like,
No.
she's a real officer.
Quinlan was here.
Yeah. He helped him again.
Who's that?
Quinlan Voss.
I'm drawing a blank. That's all you, bud.
Got a hammer.
It was ready.
Dude, I want to see it bash a
I know,
stormtrooper's
but it's better
skull.
if it doesn't.
I know, but like.
But also, yeah, I want to see that.
Is it the gun on the mantle? Like, are we gonna get to see that later?
Oh, nice. Why didn't you leave immediately?
He's here.
Ben?
He's here.
Are we gonna get to see a Darth Vader Obi-Wan lightsaber duel?
Not yet.
You don't think? There he is.
He's coming right for you.
Yeah, he's literally walking straight towards you.
Prison's never felt since.
Oh, that's what he's doing. He knows he's here.
Oh my gosh. Oh! Oh!
Oh my gosh! There's the kid killing Darth we know.
Yep.
Oh.
Is this where Leia leaves the series?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
I mean, that's the move though.
Goodness.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Brutal.
Dude, they're fighting. There's no way they're not. They've set it up.
This episode?
They have to. There's
yeah,
no way they're
no,
not.
they are. You're right.
There's no way they're not.
Oh my
Oh! Woo! 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 Oh my gosh. Obi-Wan is not prepared for this fight. Yeah. Get the high ground, Obi-Wan.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
This is crazy.
What have you become? I am.
I almost called it. I almost said what you made me. Oh, I wish I would have. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna cry.
Dude.
Leave it to her.
There we go.
The years have made you weak.
Go.
Oh no.
She's dead. Is
Wait, come back.
She's from you.
okay, it is her? Okay. I cannot tell.
Ilaria Sand, I believe.
Yeah, yes. I thought so.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Yes, he's doing the
He's making
one
it
hand.
so easy, yeah.
He's doing the from like, oh yeah. He's treating him like Luke.
Yeah.
You should have killed me when you had the
I
chance.
thought I did. Oh, the blue light.
Yeah. Should have turned off your glow stick.
Come on. Oh. Whoa. Oh, this is awful.
Oh, he
Oh,
wants
you're
to
gonna
burn
kill.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Will suffer,
gosh.
Obi-Wan.
Oh my gosh.
Your pain has just begun.
Oh my gosh. There you go. Reignited.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Just walk through its fire. Oh my gosh.
The flames in the eyes.
Mhm.
Do you think that Anakin has PTSD from fire?
Maybe
At
a
this
little
point,
bit.
At this
like,
point, still, I bet he does.
yeah. Maybe that's why he didn't go through it.
Right. That's what I
But
was
he could
thinking.
just blown it out
They
again.
lost.
Oh, she's all by herself.
Yeah, I love this.
I'm close.
How did that?
Are you the one I'm supposed to meet?
Unfortunately, they couldn't make it.
How did she?
I'll take you from here.
Did she get ahead of her?
There's multiple tunnels? I don't know. I don't know.
Right at the end, they had to do that to me.
She figured out where they were going. Alright.
Darth Vader Obi-Wan fight. That was a one-way fight.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan is rusty.
It wasn't a very good fight, but
It makes sense
It
though for
shouldn't
how
have been.
exactly. It shouldn't
So-
have been. Should have been
Yeah.
episode 3 intense. No, Obi-Wan hasn't used his lightsaber.
yeah, this is the first time we've seen him
He's
use it.
cut- yeah,
He obviously he buried it in the sand like it.
You see how much he struggled using the Force just to catch Leia, which normally I feel like would have been a lot easier for him.
Yeah, he
Like,
didn't use the
he's-
Force in any of the ways like that would have made sense, and then like didn't use it in that whole
I think
fight.
he still struggles using it.
Yeah,
Like I feel like if he was able to use it like he normally would, he would have definitely done a Jedi mind trick on the stormtroopers.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
He wasn't using it all the way up too, and he didn't use
I just gotta say, at the end there is a little bit like flames are gonna stop Darth Vader. I really feel like he could have got through him. Like that's why I said the whole PTSD thing, because that's the only way it makes sense in my head.
it. Yeah, I'm
He
like,
literally-
why didn't
he literally put the flames out a second ago?
Right, why not just grab Obi-Wan with
Pull
the
him back
Force
through.
and pull him back through? Yeah.
I don't know.
Unless he's enjoying the chase.
I-
Because Obi-Wan's still out in the open. Like
he probably does think at this point with the Empire being so widespread and now that Obi-Wan's out himself, there's no way he's getting away. I don't know.
I did like Talia.
Tala, yeah.
Talia. Yeah, I don't know. I keep saying Talia. Or I keep thinking Talia because Talia is a different character in Star Wars.
Yes. Talia, Talia, I can't remember her last name.
I don't know the shadow last name.
Oh, maybe not. Anyway.
But yeah, Talia. I like the.
I love that actress.
I love the idea of like, they've got an underground network to help Force sensitives and.
Oh yeah.
And Jedi, and Quinlan Voss is confirmed to
Okay,
have still
who
been
is that?
alive at least for this. So he shows up in the Clone Wars. He's a character that was actually in Episode 1, and a lot of people were like, "That guy looks so cool! Like, what's his story?" So they retroactively made him a Jedi. But he shows up in the Clone Wars and helps Obi-Wan against Cad Bane. And he's got like a streak across his face, like the yellow streak.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
I've only watched him once. There's so much I miss. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he's actually in a novel called Dark Disciple, which is him and Asajj Ventress.
Wow.
Because when they didn't finish the Clone Wars, there were some storylines there of him and Asajj Ventress become love interests.
Oh.
Yeah. And like after all of that, and then like but yeah, so
That's so
Quinlan
cool.
Voss- Yeah.
Good catch. I did not ring a bell for me. I did not remember that.
Also, he's a very prominent use of the like force recall that Cal Kestis has
Yep.
in where the objects have memory.
Mhm.
That's one of his force abilities that he's very adept in.
Oh,
But
really cool.
yeah, no,
Okay.
I love to see Quinlan Voss in something.
I mean, how cool would it be if we saw Cal Kestis?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Speaking back to the Tala, back on that,
Mm-hmm.
I love that, and like it's the one thing the newer movies did that I really enjoyed. Finn's one of my favorite characters in the newer movies, because he's a stormtrooper who does question things, and like in the old movies, in the original movies, it's like stormtroopers bad guys, but like now you look at them more as people. And honestly, even before Tala came up, whenever the one stormtrooper, it seemed like there was one of them, I could be wrong, but one of them seemed like definitely more like the, oh, it's okay, guys. He said, thanks for the ride, Freck, oh, thanks, Freck, like, just being personable and nice, like, it makes you see them as humans, and then so when they get cut in half by a laser shield, it makes you feel a little bit more.
Yeah.
Especially when they get cut in half by a laser shield. That was intense.
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
they've done that, like, Wedge from the original movies. He was originally Imperial, which, I mean, again, they didn't show that in the movies, but, like, he was originally Imperial. Sabine was originally Imperial.
Right.
Han Solo was originally Imperial.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Imperials that go rogue. And a great novel is Lost Stars, which follows two childhood, they grew up together, childhood friends, and they both join the Empire together. And after the battle, after the Death Star gets blown up, one goes full forged Imperial, the other one goes Rebel.
Oh wow!
Because one of them's like, they blew up Alderaan, like the Empire's evil.
Yeah.
The other one's like, these terrorists blew up the Death Star with all my friends on it. I'm getting revenge against the terrorists. Yeah. So just kind of seeing them both split.
Yeah, seeing like the brainwash or whatever you want to call it. Like making the decision.
But that book, it goes from like before Episode 4 all the way to a year after Return of the Jedi. So it kind of spans all the events of the original trilogy.
Yeah, characters like that are just really likable.
Yeah.
I love characters. That's why I really like Tala.
Right.
I mean, I love the actress too. I think they picked a great actress for her too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just very likable, very relatable. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're not all
well, and it's like, it made bad decisions, and at first it seems like the Empire's trying to do some good, and if you don't see the things that is the bad things, then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, they're just some order,
And you do think about it too, like that makes you think about in Episode 3, Order 66, like they try and pin it all on the Jedi and say, oh, the Jedi went rogue, they're evil now, they turned against us. Like, it's so crazy. It really helps me.
They tried to assassinate the Grand Chancellor.
Yeah. It really is like it's almost like what Clone Wars is doing for me a little bit for the original or for the prequels. It's like making them even more better. Like it's I enjoyed the lightsaber fight between Vader and Obi-Wan a lot. Like the one-handed, not even trying, destroying him. Fire thing didn't really make a lot of sense, but I don't know. I thought there was some really great dialogue in this episode. Specifically between the Inquisitors, like the whole back and forth of like, you get what you deserve, you get what you deserve.
Yeah.
And they're both saying the opposite to each other.
Well, and it's like it's the canon version of what the old Sith were, where like everyone's trying to cut each other's throats to climb to the top of this the chaos that the Sith were, because they were just constantly killing each other.
Yeah.
And like that's what the Inquisitors are to a lower scale, because like they have Vader there to like rein them in sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I think Vader knows that Reva is the one who took out the Grand Inquisitor, but he's allowing it for now because it's getting results.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
I mean,
he doesn't care about any of them.
At this point, he is a Sith. What I'm thinking is that he could be looking at her as like, maybe you'll be my apprentice, and maybe we'll kill the Emperor together. Like that's what the Sith do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what he wanted.
And then if the Emperor, I mean, that's what he did with Starkiller in the old EU.
Yeah.
Like Palpatine was like, your apprentice is getting too powerful. He's like, he's not an apprentice, he's an assassin. He's like,
Yeah.
nope, your apprentice is getting too powerful. He also did that with Asajj and Dooku.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of repeats themes. You
Exactly. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is, a very well set up thing of the Sith. Their it's not culture. That's not the word I'm looking for, but it is essentially that.
Yeah, I like the idea of, like, some people don't like that more and more Jedi are surviving Order 66, but I'm like, if you don't have that, like the scene in Revenge of the Sith where Obi-Wan puts out the call and says, "Hey, don't come back," like, that's pointless. If that doesn't save anyone, that's pointless.
Even if he didn't do that, they're Jedi.
Right. Well, and the thing is like, there's thousands of Jedi at that point, and they get reduced down to hundreds.
Yeah.
And, like, that's still crazy. And they're not in any position of power and being actively hunted. Like, it makes sense that lots of Jedi survive. And it's equalized to where there's lots of Jedi there's still lots of Jedi who survive. But then you also have all these Inquisitors that are coming up. So now you've got all these Jedi and all these Inquisitors, but they whittle each other down to, you get to A New Hope, and there's, like, no one left.
And you can't really make new Inquisitors because...
Right. Well, you can.
Well, you can, yeah, but not OG Inquisitors. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can. That's where all those kids are going.
Sure.
They said they don't know where all the kids are going. They're being turned into new Inquisitors.
Yeah, that's true. Because it even talks about that in the Clone Wars. You're right.
Yeah.
I need to watch Clone Wars.
And Rebels is what
Rebels
about
them.
Yeah.
And then the other dialogue too, I loved it. I have to address it. I know I talked about it while we watched it, but when he explained the Force, have you ever been afraid of the dark?
Mm-hmm.
What did you feel like when the light was turned on?
Yeah.
Dude, and it meant so much too, because after I watched the whole episode, he was saying that, like, expressing to her, like, that feeling, it's so great. He was saying, like, yeah, I wish, like,
yeah,
I felt that when I saved you, like, for the first time. I feel like he's pretty cut off from the Force, so it was like double heart hitter right there.
Yeah, I love how in tune Leia is with her, like she's her strong suit as a Jedi is not like some of the more flashy Jedi abilities.
It's perception.
It's reading people. It's perception, and that allows her to be a good senator or ambassador at a young age, and like her rising in the and I think that, like, while she doesn't have a Jedi Master training her, she does have her dad, Bail Organa, training her, in that, like, he's like teaching her to embrace, like, her instincts, which is the Force, even though she doesn't realize that,
and he doesn't even realize that.
So I think that, I know I've seen some people from the first two episodes talking about, like, well, she's just too in tune with it at this age, but I'm like, but she has been cultivated to follow those instincts.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
so,
look at Luke.
Yeah, Luke
is older.
Right, but Luke is a good natural pilot, and he's able to use those skills from being a Jedi, from being Force sensitive.
I mean, I guess look at Anakin at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, it makes sense. Yeah, a young Anakin was pod racing.
Pod racing? He's like
no
9?
humans could do.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And to go back to your point on the Order 66 thing, I remember watching Episode 3.
Sorry, I kind of rambled for a little while.
No, you did. It's okay. I do it all the time. It's fine. I remember it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
No, Episode 3, I remember watching Episode 3 and actually being upset. I think I even said something to you about it, and at that point, you probably were kind of like trying to like defend Star Wars. You're such a fanboy.
Right.
I remember being like, that doesn't make sense to me that I'm watching all these Jedi, which I didn't understand at that point.
Right.
How many Jedi there were.
Yes.
But there's literally one scene in Episode 3 that can shut all the haters down about that. Like, Yoda literally is standing back to the clone troopers. Boom. Force goes off.
Yeah.
And turn. Like, now I know that not all the Jedis are going to do that. And I understand that he's like old Master Jedi, very old. But I'm not. There's other Jedis out there that are going to do that too. Like, and they may still die.
I think that they... I don't necessarily agree with you on that, because, like, I think that Yoda was one of the few that was able to kind of see through the cloud a little bit.
And I guess he was already sensing it too.
Yeah, they were the Jedi's perception of the future was clouded by the dark side at this point.
Yeah,
and so a lot of those and all of the other masters, none of them saw it coming.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like they showed Jedi masters dying, not like normal Jedi.
Yeah.
The situations where we get survivors are Kanan and Cal, I think, are the best examples of it, where their masters were like, realized it too late, were able to take out some of the clones, but like gave enough time for their Padawan to get away.
Yeah. And then obviously Obi-Wan's warning.
Right.
Which was my second point to that.
And there are Jedi that didn't
way
serve.
off.
Yeah, they weren't serving as generals. Most of the Jedi that were serving as leaders, so all of the stronger Jedi are getting wiped out.
There's plenty of Jedi too, I will say. Like from the books that I've read, like there were missions that Obi-Wan and Anakin went on that were way out in the galaxy, and it was just them. Yeah. It was like a distress call, tiny little, I don't know, maybe nothing. Train your Padawan.
Yeah.
So
which happens less during the Clone Wars because they need need Jedi.
Right.
But so again, most of the Jedi do die from Order 66.
Exactly. But it would be crazy to say that all of them.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So, anyway. and those Jedi that, because each Jedi kind of has like a different path. Like, this Jedi's thing is being able to see the future,
right? Or scouting, or uses it.
Or the echolocation, or not echolocation. The
echo recall.
The item, the item recall, where it's like, I can see the history of this pen.
So you go to that ancient, you go to that ancient temple and tell us what you can find out.
So like you're saying, yes, some of them might be able to be like, I got it a little bit ahead of time, and like you like Yoda.
Exactly.
So I guess I talked myself
into agreeing with me. And that was my point. I'm not saying that like every Jedi should be able to do what Yoda did. I'm just saying that exactly.
Some could. Yes.
Some would be able to do that. May not be a great fighter, but they just were able to foresee it enough to be like, oh crap.
Yes.
But
yeah. And I mean, there was in the Force Awakens game, or not, Force Unleashed game, there was a Jedi who like didn't trust clones, and he had droids that he led into battle instead. And so whenever Order 66 happened, he wasn't surrounded by clones.
Yeah. See, that makes sense.
So there's stuff like that.
Because those are things that obviously like the Emperor cannot control every little aspect. He knows of a way to mass topple the Jedi, but not literally make his plan so perfect where they're all gonna die. Like he can't account for something like that.
Right. And like then you have the plan of the Inquisitor. Like that's the whole point of the Inquisitor.
Oh gosh, the Jedi.
Dude. So
this episode's bringing so much up to discuss.
If you don't have anyone who survives Order 66, then what's the point of the Inquisitors?
Right. Yeah.
I guess to find new forces.
Yeah.
But like still, they're to hunt down the old Jedi and to get new Inquisitors.
But so Obi-Wan got away.
Yeah.
So Leia, we both said, this is the last we'll see of Leia, but that's not happening.
I was like, I thought that, and then whenever they're sweeping the area, I was like, oh crap! It's still, not just
also,
to get her get away.
How the heck did she get him? I don't know about that one. It's okay. I still really like the show.
I was just expecting her to catch her, not get there ahead of her.
Right, but we do know that Leia can run away really well.
That's a good point.
I have a prediction, and I could be wrong, but I'm gonna say it now.
Yeah.
I see Reva having a redemption arc.
Yeah, I kind of thought that at the beginning. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like her spending time with Leia might bring back.
Do you feel like she's upstaging anyone? That's something else I've seen people saying, that she's upstaging other characters.
I feel like there's a lot of focus on a character that we've never met, which is we originally liked.
No, I think it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just have the story be about.
It's tough when you do a prequel like this, though, too, or like a midquel, because if you bring in this new character, that's great. But if you upstage too much, it is like, well, then why didn't they show up before? Which I get, you know what I mean. It's tough.
It hasn't made me feel like, why is it called the Book of Boba Fett?
No,
it's not like that, where like the main character is getting upstaged. It sounds like quite a bit.
No. And in this situation, there's a lot better reason. Like, I don't have to be looking for reasons to be like, Boba Fett is recovering from a long time ago.
But I like having a character you don't know what happens to.
Yeah, I agree. No,
because like
I don't feel like
there's two Inquisitors we don't know what happens to. There, like the one girl with the tentacle braid thingies, and then Reva.
Mm-hmm.
and now this new character here, the Tala,
Right.
but like all the rest of the characters are characters that we know what happens to. So
Right.
it's good. You can't have a show and only have old characters.
No, yeah, I agree.
So I think
the only thing I would say is that the only thing that I would say if people are upset about her upstaging is that if she killed the Grand Inquisitor, which if they replace him,
right,
with the actual one we see in Clone Wars Rebels, like or whatever,
right, or it's
cool.
just or
But-
it comes back.
Yeah, or he just comes back. Yeah,
Well,
but I mean, other than that, no, I don't. I think that she's really fueled by her hatred
mhm.
and want for power to be with Darth Vader, which is making her really strong. Really
I was
powerful.
expecting that with her like looking at the Jedi symbol, I was expecting us to get like a flashback to her as a kid.
Yeah, that would have been
kind
cool.
of get more motivation.
Or even just
but-
to give me a confirmation. Like, I know it was her in the very first scene.
Yeah.
But just to give that confirmation.
Right.
Just to
Would've
make
been
us
nice.
feel her feeling that. And kind of
Yeah.
explain a little bit more as to why she, like, really gave in. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Great
We're
episode.
halfway through.
Couple little small things that were like, meh. But what I
Yeah.
wanted to say, and I'll be done. It's very hard to do a good job with a whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Goal. Like, it is hard.
A sequel prequel.
There's so much you have to work around and dance around and like
Yeah.
really make mesh together. And I think they've done a great job. There's a couple of things, but my complaints are things like Leia running away and her
Yeah.
getting ahead of her. Those are just things that are like movie mistake. Like, that's fine.
Right.
They haven't screwed up the story or the canon for me at all.
Yeah, this is like the first thing
I have no
we've had that
complaints, really.
focuses on a character that we both have the prequel and the sequel
Right.
to.
Yeah.
Because like Luke shows up, but like he's not the main character.
Right. And he's not hardly there.
Right.
Really.
You know, you've got Ahsoka showing up and like Rebels and stuff, but like
You get more of a
I
fan
don't know,
service
it's
where
like,
this is a fan service, but it's also like you better freaking service
But, yeah,
us.
Obi-Wan is the main character, and you have both sides of his story. And this
You have to be
is in the
so
middle.
careful.
That-
Really a bravo. Like, this is hard to do right.
Yeah.
And so
Which
far,
is why I feel
think
like
they've
you
done well.
need a character like Reva.
Yes, I agree. Give it a little more focus. Give it a little bit of
Right.
yeah. I agree. No, I'm really excited for the show. I've loved
Yeah.
it so far. A couple little whatevers, but like as far as the story goes, I think they're doing an awesome job.
Yeah. Are you? See, I'm interested because they're acting like the Grand Inquisitor is dead.
Right.
So like, Vader probably has either Vader has the Grand Inquisitor healing in a bacta tank somewhere, or he has said there's a new
But
Grand
see, if
Inquisitor.
he comes back, how's Reva gonna make it?
Oh, she's not.
Right. Yeah.
No, she's not.
There ain't no way.
Yeah.
Or the Grand Inquisitor like acknowledges her power and takes her under his wing. Probably not. If you're a Sith,
No,
you're
he's
gonna
gonna
say,
kill her.
if you're a Sith, you say I'm being on the threat.
Well, he's not a Sith, but yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he's a dark side
Sith
force.
ideology.
Yes.
He's definitely got Sith ideology. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm definitely excited. That's the thing. We've got a lot of questions, and at this point in the show, halfway through, I'm glad that we have a lot of questions. I hope a lot of them get answered soon in the next few episodes.
I'm glad that because you were saying like they're gonna fight. I'm like, not yet, but I'm like, no, they do need to have a fight where Obi-Wan loses.
Right. They didn't
then
fight,
to-
really.
Yeah.
Vader kicked his butt. They wasn't going to fight,
Right.
hardly. Yeah.
And all the people out there who didn't want Vader or Kenobi to lose to an Inquisitor hasn't been able to, that hasn't happened yet, technically.
Which, I don't know.
I think he might have
I would
lost to
say,
her.
I would
but
say if he fought one, he may have, and I don't
Yeah.
really, I don't see that as a flaw. I think he's really cut off. From
I
the
don't
Force.
see it as a flaw either, but I prefer that they were able to avoid it
Sure.
for
'Cause it
the,
is still-
for
it is
the
still
fans
Obi-Wan.
that would have whined
Oh, yeah.
about it. They would have been babies.
The big
they would have
Obi-Wan,
been babies.
the big Obi-Wan diehard fans,
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
They would've
I
been
really
babies.
do. I have characters that I would have been hard to get past to. So
Yeah.
and I mean, really, they didn't fight. Honestly, it
No.
really wasn't a fight. It was more of a chase.
Obi-Wan's
To be
like,
fair.
no.
I'm gonna use my glow stick to find my way.
It's Star Wars. This is fine.
That's cool.
All right.
But yeah. Hey, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. I know we're a little
Like,
behind
comment,
here, but yeah.
subscribe. Hit
Hit
that
that
bell.
I thought that would work better in my head.
That didn't work.
Hit the bell.
Kenobi!
nothing of note. I'm Nick.
And I'm Eli.